Welcome back.
Yeah. We're doing beef jerky.
Yay! However, one of these isn't beef, but we'll get to that.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. First up, we have got, I don't even remember, tender cuts, prime rib seasoning.
Then we've got what a lot of people say is a great beef jerky brand, Old Trapper. And this is just the original flavor. Neither Kurt or I have had Old Trapper before, so I'm interested to see how that fares.
And then lastly, as Chris mentioned before, not a beef jerky, but a pork jerky. It is... Why did that get you? Pork tender bites, Korean barbecue.
Yep.
Which I'm a little interested to see what this Korean barbecue is all about.
Yes.
Because the last time we
So
had
am
something
I.
that was Korean barbecue, it was vegan.
And it was awful.
It was a vegan pork rind. Who thinks vegan pork rind?
Yeah.
Anyways,
I would like to just mention that, like the Taco Bell episode before, we are drinking Mountain Dew Spark, which is raspberry lemonade Mountain Dew, and we both really like it.
I am genuinely excited because I
Yeah.
think that these should all be good in some way or another.
I'm really excited to try Old Trapper.
I'm excited to try Old Trapper. I'm really excited to see this one because it's
Yes.
very different.
So first up, we got Feed Your Wild Side with the tender cut prime rib thing.
You got that. What's
Yeah.
interesting is that, like, I don't know if this is supposed to be like a prime rib, like cut of the steak
Right.
that they're using, because it doesn't say that. It says prime rib seasoning.
Yeah.
And to my knowledge, a prime rib doesn't have a specific seasoning. It's
Yeah.
just a cut of meat.
Yeah. Maybe
So-
the seasoning is supposed to make it feel like prime rib.
Is it seasoned with prime rib?
Open that thing
Wow,
up.
that's strong smell.
It smells good. Huh.
I got to give them credit here. And this is something that we've talked about with beef jerkies before. Normally the bag is mostly empty, and then like what is in there is like just tiny little pieces of
Yeah.
meat that you can't eat.
These are pretty good size, and it's pretty full.
They're good size and they're all there. It's, you know, what you would expect, about
Yeah.
half the bag.
It's like looks like a French fry, but beef jerky.
It's a beef fry.
Smells fantastic.
It does smell really good. I'm genuinely excited for this now.
Yeah. So am I.
let's go.
A lot more than I was earlier.
I think that is literally like probably well over a minute. We elaborate on beef jerky more than anything else. Like, this is the whole point of the
Yeah.
show, is that we get super in depth, more in depth than it should be.
Yeah.
But with beef jerky, we're just fully analyzing it like to our full extent, and like we don't speak, we don't make eye contact. We're
Yeah.
just like zoned
We
in.
zone in.
Like-
At one point, I had my eyes closed. I'm like, flavor. I gotta say, that is a little bit more plain Jane than I was expecting. However, not in a bad way. It had great flavor, great taste. I really did like the form factor. It's wasn't as tough or as rough as regular beef jerky. I do kind of enjoy that experience and just feel like a man when you're eating that type of beef jerky. This is a little easier to eat, but man, that flavor is it really is something. I don't really know where they get the prime rib from, but I don't care. It's just a really good snack.
It's not as good as I had hoped. It's a lot tamer than I expected, but it's certainly good. I don't really know what that flavor is really, but it's a good beef flavor.
Yeah.
Is it better than beef jerky? Is it a better quality than beef jerky? I would say so.
Yeah, I
And,
would
like,
agree.
And it looks like every piece in the bag is about the same quality as the pieces that we've had so
Yeah.
far. And
Very consistent.
that's my biggest gripe with beef jerky. Half of the beef jerky is like almost inedible. Like, it's significantly lesser. This looks like it's a pretty consistent quality.
Yeah, all the way through.
I will also note it's kind of greasy. Like, there's
A little bit.
There's like,
yeah. I just now that you said it, I can see it.
There's like motor oil on it, basically. Like, it.
I think depending on whether or not I get this over regular beef jerky, it depend on the mood that I'm in.
Biggest problem with beef jerky is you buy a bag of beef jerky and then you eat like 2 or 3 pieces of beef jerky. This one, you buy the bag and you're gonna have a bag of beef jerky.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest. It's not like so good that it's like better than the flavor of regular beef jerky.
Yeah.
I would maybe say I prefer the regular beef jerky flavor-wise, but this is, I would say, higher consistent quality.
Higher consistent quality. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. And I've eaten some more of it. It feels a little, especially with the shape of it, it feels a little more manufactured.
The shape, in a way, makes it better because, it keeps that consistent quality
Yeah.
up. But also it kind of detracts from it because it's kind of a thicker cut, unusual shape for a beef jerky. And, sometimes it's nice to have those thin,
Yeah.
relatively thin, wide slices. And
Yeah.
you just kind of tear off a chunk.
Yeah. Good product. That's about all I can say.
I would recommend. Next up, Old Trapper.
Old Trapper.
We just got regular old beef jerky with this one.
Yep.
Something I would like to mention about this that I just noticed. Guess how many ingredients are in this?
How many?
9.
9.
It's a single-digit number of ingredients. That's very interesting. Very plain packaging. Admire that in a way.
Yeah, me too.
Simple, straightforward. Seems like a good amount of beef jerky.
Oh yeah, seems like
And
a solid amount.
all of the beef jerky looks like pretty reasonable. If the beef
Yeah.
jerky's good, this is a good amount of beef jerky.
Yeah, I'd say a great amount of beef jerky,
Yeah.
honestly, because this was $13.
Yeah.
A regular bag of Jack Links is $7. You don't even get half as much.
Like like I said, a lot of times with Jack Links, you get like 2 or 3 good pieces.
Yeah, this you can see it. You can see the good pieces.
That too, you can immediately tell how
Yeah.
many. Like you could be like, oh, that looks like a bad
Yeah.
bag. But
I'll say this right now. If this is just on the same level as Jack Links, maybe even slightly under, I'd probably get this over Jack Links.
I would agree with you.
How does it smell?
It has it's the brown sugar because that's one of the ingredients. But
Yeah.
it's like,
It's very potent.
yeah, and I like it. It's like,
Yeah, it's a good smell.
It's almost like a sweet smell.
And that's a good piece. It's not too rough, just the right amount, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The individual pieces, they don't have quite as strong as a scent as something like Jack Links, but that's not something I'm going to complain about because I know Jack Links probably has some sort of artificial perfume,
Yeah.
whereas this probably doesn't.
I like the smell, so I want to eat it.
Yeah.
After that long analysis of this beef jerky,
Yes.
I can safely say I do like this Mountain Dew. As for the beef jerky, I gotta say, I don't think it's as good as Jack Links. The flavor is probably right up there with Jack Links. It's a good flavor, not exceptional. The smell is definitely better. It led me on because the smell is really nice. You taste it, and it's like, that's mostly smell, I guess. The texture, or I suppose the tenderness of the meat, I guess, it's a bit tough. A bit tougher than I would like. It's kind of a hard beef jerky. That's not the worst thing, but I would prefer it to kind of lean a little softer. So, in my opinion, this is at least a little lesser than beef jerky, piece to piece. The bag itself, that may be a different story.
First piece I had, I was like, this is really good. But the more I ate it, the less I felt that way. Not that there's anything wrong with it. There's just that shock of, oh, wow. And then it just kind of goes away. I think flavor-wise, after that, it's on the same level as Jack Links. But I will say, seeing this next to a bag of Jack Links, I'll probably have to think about it. Which, good job.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where I say, piece to piece, I think Jack Links would win. But sitting next to each other in a store,
Yeah.
this one, realistically,
It's a better value.
probably has taken the entire package, like all of the beef jerky that's in a Jack Links. This probably has 3 times the beef jerky.
Yeah.
Now, on top of that, like half of what's in the the Jack Links bag is like just like little crumbs and like scraps and like
Yeah.
almost inedible pieces of beef jerky. This looks like it's all the same, like I was saying, consistent quality. Would I get this over a Jack Links? I don't know. It really is a tough question.
You know what? We'll go back to our old friend, the prime rib, almost right away. The flavor is just there.
Yeah.
That's the one to get.
I think this
Get
one's
the
better.
Jack Links. Yeah. I don't find myself like wanting to eat like 50 bags of Jack Links. So yeah, this is better value, but I'll probably still just get Jack Links.
If you're the type of person that eats beef jerky a lot, go with Old Trapper.
Yeah.
Because it's right up there with it, but you get way more
Oh yeah, way more.
per bag, and it's, only like not even double the price. But like you said, I think we're on the same page. We don't get a lot of beef jerky. Every once
Yeah.
in a while, we're in the mood for beef jerky, and we get some. And usually,
Yeah.
In my opinion, I wish that there was more in a Jack Links.
Yeah.
Do I wish there was 3 or 4 times as much? Not necessarily.
Yeah. Once again, when it comes to beef jerky, we take it seriously.
Yeah, some of these other snacks were just kind of joking around.
Yeah.
This ain't no joke.
This ain't no joke. Goodbye, old trapper. I will say, though, like I said earlier, I'm interested to try more from this company, and I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, you know what? A different flavor of that may kind of edge out over above another one. Another Jack Links.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah. Shit!
I love how you just, like, moved away from it like, I'm leaving this in God's hands now. You're just like, Jesus, take the wheel. I set this in motion, and I just have to hope that it solves itself. You know what? Moving the trash can over here was a great idea. Because we used to miss every
all the time.
Now, even when you're still throwing it, you still make it.
Yeah, let's finish it off. Pork tender bites.
Ooh. Come on, Chris.
Ooh.
You just going to leave that flap on there like that?
Ah!
Oh, the first miss.
First miss.
We were just talking about how good you were at throwing it in the trash.
Give that a little sniff. Smells like a mini barbecue.
Wow. I will say I've never had Korean barbecue.
This is either going to be really good or really bad, I feel like.
I will say right off the bat, similar to the prime rib one, it's kind of greasy, kind of oily, which makes sense, I guess.
I will say I like how this has more of a texture to it. Like you can see there's a bit of fat there.
There's like some seasoning on here. Like there's like little...
stuck in the...
There's like little seeds and stuff. I'm not sure what kind of seasoning that... I don't want to call them sesame seeds because I'm sure they're not. But they look like sesame seeds.
All right. Let's just get into it.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No. Nope. It's not bad, but not for me. I like the barbecue flavor. That's about it.
It would make sense that we deliberate on this a little less time because it's not beef jerky, it's
Yeah.
pork. I like it. I would also say it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
I think that the pork is pretty good. It's very tender, which it's not beef jerky.
It falls apart very easily in your mouth,
dried, okay.
which is not a fault of it. It's a good thing.
I wish that the prime rib one had the same like tenderness as this.
Yeah, so do I.
That would be like if it just like melted in your mouth, basically. I do like the barbecue kind of taste of it.
Yeah.
There is a little bit more fat in the pork than I would like. Not the greatest. If you're really into Korean barbecue, I don't know how this compares to it because, like I said, I've never had Korean barbecue.
Neither have I.
But if this does compare to it, I think it's good, and I think you'll like it as well. I would also say it's probably not for me. I kind of like it. I certainly won't buy it again because I don't like it enough to buy it again.
I think everything here, and this is the first time that we've had this in a while.
Yeah.
Everything here was very good, very impressive. The pork really wasn't for us, but I think there's definitely people watching that'll go, hey, I want to give that a try, and that'll really like it. And I think other people have different opinions about the Old Trapper. I could honestly see where someone could go, this is the best beef jerky. I just don't agree, though. I would definitely recommend Old Trapper if you haven't tried it yet. And the prime rib Jack Links, I was happy to try that because it was basically just beef jerky, but in a different form, a little bit richer flavored, I'd say.
Yeah. It's always nice to have just a rounded out. These were all good.
Yeah.
Nothing gross. So thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for supporting us and liking our show, because we like it too.
Let us know if there's any, because I think now it is official. Kurt and I are on the hunt for the best beef jerky.
Let us know the best beef jerky in your opinion.
Yeah. In your opinion,
And
let
there's
us know.
a good chance that we'll try it.
Yeah. Whether you get it at Walmart, whether you get it from the internet, where you get it from a local shop, we want to know.
Yeah.
We need to know what the best beef jerky is.
And also, we need to dethrone Jack Links.
We
Unless
do,
Jack
yes.
Links is also the best beef jerky.
Yeah. Jack Links cannot win.
We're starting a war against the place that we just said has the best beef jerky so far, in our opinion.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you in the next upload.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, we brought it back. We don't do
back.
that anymore.
We don't do that.
We don't do
We
that.
don't do that. We just say, see you later. The video's over.
We don't do it. It just ends.
The video is done.